Hello, we're live. Um, welcome to Art with Pete and Simon and Chris. How are you, Si and Chris? How you been? Sorry, I'm
Very
just
well.
doing my art voice.
I don't. I
I'm
don't
Relax.
think
just,
he's live, Chief.
yeah, we're live.
We're
Oh,
live. We're
why is it not
live.
popping up on the screen?
Yeah.
I tell you, I'm such a troglodyte, Anna.
Might have had it on pause. Yeah, I'm great, Pete. Thanks. Had a busy week. Toy fair last week. Recovering this week. Oh, and that's it.
How was Toy Fair? Because it was what?
There we go.
Ah,
There
you
you
good
are.
now?
It was good. Yeah, it was a great time. It was a great weekend. It's always good meeting up with people and stuff. But what was good about this one is that loads of not new people because we've known them for years, but people that you've never met. You know, they turned up, and that's what made it as well. It was good. Really good weekend. Yeah,
Well, by the
you have to
sounds of
come
it,
to one.
by the sounds of it on ZSR, he had a special guest, Lack, who went to
Yeah, yeah. It's good to see, like, when he's just got
yeah,
married. Oh,
yeah.
must be a glutton for punishment.
When people tell me they're getting married, I always go, "Why do you want to be as miserable as the rest of us?"
What do you want to look like me for? Yeah. Although I might as
And
well been married. I've been with Claire nearly 17 years, so I suppose that is
yeah,
marriage, isn't it?
Howdy, Chris. How are you, mate? How are
I'm
you?
not so bad. I'm getting. I woke up this morning with a voice, so that's good.
All right.
Because yesterday I was all squeaky. I'm still trying
A
to
lot
get
of
this
a lot of things
centered.
going are going. A lot of Jimmy gyms is heading your way in the UK, aren't they? Right.
Yeah, it
Oh,
looks like people are
yeah.
dropping like flies.
Mm.
I work with the public as well, so it's just basically
With the
GM
public.
Central.
It sounds really. I'm sorry, that sounded really funny. The work with the public. That sounded
I don't know if you
oh
can
god.
send that link, Pete, but VTR's just asked in the chat, what link is it to watch this show on?
What do you
I've,
mean
I've just
link?
put the PGM show.
It's the PGM show, mate. Go and subscribe. I'm, I'm like Chris sometimes. My technical ability putting links are just crap. So go and find the PGM show and subscribe, guys. Just quietly. And you'll find the art with. It's called the art with. And come and join Chris, myself, and Cy. We're doing DC pictures or drawings, and Cy is going to be scrutinizing my work. Probably not Chris's so much, but mine. But so yeah. But come and join us. Anyway. Oh, thanks, G-Force. There we go. There's link. Thank you, G. Thank you, Mark. Good to see you anyway, Jonathan, Connor, Mark, and Gerard was up there firstly in the chat. Um, yeah, so I'm going to attempt to do a line now of charcoal. My medium is charcoal. So yeah, yeah. So all right,
So you're
here we go.
drawing Mr. Freeze.
Here's the line. Yeah, Mr. Freeze. Yes, it probably. See, I've attempted it. It was on the paper itself. So,
Yeah.
right. See,
Yeah.
this is how bad it is. So yeah, so this is how bad it's going to be, guys. It's going to be really crap. So,
But you see, you're already doubting yourself before you start, and that's always the biggest issue without that. You should always have the vision in your head, and if it means you're doing the same piece for months and months, it's only till you've seen that vision through.
I'll just show you a few things actually that I was I always have plenty of other bits knocking about at the back of my pad. So I was trying to get the flavour for a Usagi the other day.
Ooh.
Didn't work. That was the first pass at Gambit. Didn't like it.
Yeah. Why?
That was another Usagi. Didn't like it. And that was another one. Didn't like it. So just try, Pete. Just keep going. You'll get there in the end.
Yeah.
Why did you stop him, Chris? Why didn't you carry on with them?
I'll go back to them at some point.
Yeah.
But to begin with, it was just, do you know what? When you're not feeling it and you think, I'll come back to that at some point. You feel like you've got to get something moving. So,
well, that's always my biggest issue with that every time I start drawing something, within 2 or 3, halfway through it, I'm always thinking of the next 2. And sometimes I have to come away from what I'm actually doing just to get one of them down. Do you know what I mean? Because they'll stay in my head unless I do. And that's the problem. That art swims around in my head. And unless I get it down or draw some form of what I'm thinking or what I'm seeing, it can drive me mad.
Well, I draw and it chills me out. So, I mean, my boss always says, if Chris is drawing in a meeting, it means he's paying attention.
Yeah.
If I'm not, I'm just like staring into space. I'm not paying attention. I've just got to decide who this is going to be now.
Well, what did you say? We're thinking of DC, aren't we? P.G.M's doing Mr. Freeze, so.
Yeah.
Although, looking at that would make a good Snake Eyes.
Yeah. If it
Looking
doesn't
at
turn
that
out,
so far, that's what I mean. Stick the samurai behind him.
It'll be Snake Eyes.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, thanks, sorry. Let's talk about G.I. Joe now.
Now on to Joe.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, I look at some of this G.I. Joe stuff and I tell you it's vast, in it. I wouldn't know where to start.
Well, I was a massive fan back in the early 80s. Well, the late 80s. And so I thought when this classified line came around, I thought I'm all in on that. And then they've just done repaint after repaint after repaint, and the repaints are coming out before the original figures.
Yeah.
P.G.M is opening a portal to a new dimension. It's like that bit. It's like that bit in Beetlejuice where they draw a door on the wall, isn't it?
Sorry, I snorted. There we go. Yeah.
Right, who's this going to be? Who's this going to be?
That's the chat. Who do you reckon it should be, chat? Who should Chris turn this into?
Yeah. The chat can figure it out while I'm having a quick puff on my pipe.
No, actually does look like it. Looks like a Fortnite figure with that fish and that little bowl head.
So far, is that the outside bowl of his head so far, Pete?
that's it, guys. I'm finished. Here we go.
Do you not think? I was going to say, do you not think that's a bit big?
Probably.
Because you're just going to get his head in here.
Why didn't you tell me that in the first place, there, Si?
I'm just waiting to see what you was doing. That's all I'm doing.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm going to continue with it anyway. So, yeah. So,
you see, what I would have done there is what Chris done. I would have drawn the head first, drawn your egg shape, get your head in, then I would have put that bowl round it. That's my first moves, because now you're trying to fit head into the glass instead of the other way around.
See, I'm gonna draw really badly now and see if I can actually fix it. so
Sorry.
Yeah, logo players right, artist subjective.
Look at it, would you? It looks really awful, but anyway, this is a comedy.
So the other day, Pete, you said you'd not drawn for about 20 years. Why is that?
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I think probably laziness. Probably. I don't know. I just I didn't have the time. I don't think. I mean, I was cleaning for a long time. I was a cleaner for a long time. So, day-to-day stresses, anxieties, and depression got to me probably for about 10 years. For the life of me, I think that's the reason, Chris. All those things combined.
Well, I think Jim Largo's just got it right and got it wrong, because he says "See You Space Cowboy," which is my title, and he's asked which is the favourite Cowboy Bebop character, but he's asked Shabby. Unfortunately, I'm not Shabby Geek. I'm the Powerlad Shabby Geek, which is mangafandanga. So if that's what you meant, my favourite character is it's got to be Faye Valentine.
Why's that, sir?
Oh, it's just double sexy. I fell in love with that show in 1998. Loved it, Cowboy Bebop. Brilliant. I remember there used to be a channel on British TV called CNX. Do you remember that channel?
I do, yeah.
And Cowboy Bebop was shown, but it was shown at 4:30 in the morning. So I used to have to set my alarm clock for 4, come downstairs because the video recorder was broke where you couldn't set the timer. Yeah. And I used to have to come down and tape it every morning, but I loved it. It's brilliant.
God, that's awful. No, I'm saying this here. It's shit. This is shit. Anyway, hang on. All right, there we go. Here we go. Yeah. Okay. Abstract, Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
So that's his nose. So
what got you using charcoals, Pete? How come you started using charcoals?
Well, I was better than this back in the day. So,
I tell you something, with that accent size, is it not like a bit, can you guess what it is yet?
I don't like to bring up that subject.
Tez does.
My gran, bless her, I remember when I turned 21 and my gran said, "Oh, and you've got something coming through the door." And I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "Oh, you wait and see, there's something come." And I'm 21 at this time. So I've waited and it's come through the door and she signed me up for the Roll Fires Cartoon Club. I cried. That was the funniest thing ever.
Have you still got it?
No.
Oh man, that'd be worth a mint on the dark web.
Can you imagine? Yeah. I used to get a newsletter every week and a badge and stuff. Some tips. Largo, yeah, that's what I meant.
That was terrible, Pete. That was really terrible. I'm talking in the third person now. That was just disastrous. Talk amongst yourselves, people. I'm just preparing something.
You're not starting again, are you?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
I don't blame you. That's like something from Pac-Man.
This stream is going to go down in history as one of the worst times of my life.
Right, long ears, short ears. What do you reckon, Si?
Oh, long ears. You know what I'm like for Batman? It's got to be long ears. It's got to be. More than vampirish look.
Ears, though?
That's what she said, isn't it?
I just always loved them long ears on Batman. It just made him look more like, vampirish in the night and stuff, and a little bit more like gothic. And I've always liked the longer ears. Like I always say, that Batman Returns, that cowl, is, I still think the best cowl I've ever seen Batman wear on the big screen.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt.
It just looked like Batman, didn't it?
Oh, come on, Mr. Freeze. You've had your day.
Take one.
If anybody wants this picture, I'm selling it for about $450,000.
Can I have layaway?
Huh? I tell you what, guys, this stream's going to go down in history as the funniest stream you've had.
Has any of you been watching the new X-Men series?
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah, I'm dying to get round to watching it.
No, seriously, they've made Cyclops cool.
I haven't got Disney anymore because I can't afford it at the moment.
No, yeah, there's a bit of a price hike with it isn't there, at the moment or something. Somebody was saying.
I've got about 3 streaming services that I've got already. I can't afford Disney Plus. So.
Vintage Toy Rush says, P.G.M, please poke holes in the eyes and wear it like a ghost. Although G-Force is there. He's an handy little artist, isn't he? G-Force, he's always drawing like mad stuff. Abstract stuff.
Oh, he has, yeah. Some of the stuff he's shown on Brian's thing. You have to adjust the contrast on your telly.
Yeah. You see, there's another thing I'm a stickler for the Batman cowl. A front patch. You can either black it or leave it, but that front patch has always been important to me above the eyes.
This bit.
Yeah, it just defines the cowl, doesn't it?
See, when I first started drawing Batman, way back in the 35 years ago, in 1989, I used to do the old, if you remember the 89 cowl had like a ridge up the front, just above the bridge of the nose. Like so. And it went up there, but I don't know. You see, I tend to have the shadow coming across like that. So it's this bit that's blacked out.
Yeah.
You see, from this angle, I don't know what them ears look wrong. So, we're going to go in my trusty shoebox of doom. We're going to sort it out.
Ooh, you and your fancy rubbers.
Oh, mate, it makes life so much easier. Look at that. Boom. Just done.
Yeah. Putty rubber me.
I've got loads of putty rubbers. But there you go. Hides a multitude of sins that rubber does.
Yeah.
All right.
Fancy Rubbers was his nickname at uni. Yeah, but they were all them. they were all them novelty ones that didn't actually work. So there's a load of weird-looking kids running around wherever he lives.
Well, maybe charcoal is not my medium.
That's your best bet, Pete. When you start off this one, start off with your head shape. Then you can defer then how big it's going to be, because that last one, you were just going to get a head in, that's all. Now, obviously, I'm not expecting you to draw a full-shape figure out, but you'll find with something that big, you just don't have the space for it on there.
I should actually go with my when I showed you that Batman, right? That my tried and true face thing. So see if I can go with that. So we're going to actually do that. Anyway, how's Chris getting on? Anyway.
He's doing his ears back.
All rubbers are magic if you get the chance to use them, Adam. Well, there you go, Adam. That's
Yeah, Adam wants to know what sort of rubber is that, Chris?
It's the actual proper answer is it's a Derwent.
Ooh.
And it takes batteries.
There you go, Adam. It takes batteries, so go into your pieces and clean.
It spins really, really fast.
Yeah.
And if you put it on your nose, it makes you sneeze. If you put it somewhere else, you sneeze white wee wee.
Welcome to our class. Yeah, Andy Rubber, that.
£8 from Hobbycraft, believe it or not.
It's all fun and games until you can't find your rubber, Largo says. I agree.
Okay, Largo. I didn't realise you were in there. I think Sai said something. How are you? I can't read. It's too far away.
Connor says, I had a magic rubber. It was in my wallet for 7 years before it's past its best before day.
Right.
Yeah, G4, so you are. I think we all did have one of them. The wallet warmer one.
All right. Okay. You can see my brain working, and you can't see my brain working, so I'm kind of relaxing. So relax the mind.
It's only an issue if the neighbours see your brain working because they'll ring the fire brigade.
So, Pete, when you do read comics and stuff, Pete, or you went out to buy comics or graphic novels, who would you go for straight away? What's your first port of call?
I would go with. I was quite partial, still am, with Green Lantern actually, and Green Arrow.
Yeah, the Denny O'Neil run.
There was a great storyline with Green Arrow and Green Lantern. Massive storyline, actually. I think it had to do with either race or it had to do with domestic violence.
Yeah, they tackled a lot of.
Yeah, I was going to say they tackled it all, didn't they? Yeah, that run was brilliant because honestly, they were both them characters were on their arse and they were ready to put them in the bin. And they decided they'll give them the Rockstar team of Denny O'Neil and Neil Adams, who incidentally at the time working on that comic couldn't stand the sight of each other. But sometimes I think when, two sorts get together like that and it's all about the work, the rest is history. Look what they did for them two. Brilliant. Great comic book run, that.
Well, it's history as well. It's historic that even that cover is one of those covers that was Green Lantern. Was it Green Lantern or Green Arrow got there? He was really angry. Anyway, so it's just it's an iconic cover anyway. So it's storyline. So I mean, my favorite character either in Marvel is Hawkeye and Green Arrow and Green Lantern. I don't know why. I just don't know. So yeah.
Maybe are you a fan of Robin Hood? Do you like Robin Hood adventures?
Yeah, I do actually. Yeah.
Because normally, like the two spawn out. It's like me. I mean, I absolutely love Batman, but I also love Sherlock Holmes. I love Arthur D. Doyle's Sherlock. I always have. Do you know what I mean? And I think that sometimes when you hear about characters that are based on certain characters, you sort of follow them as well, don't you? Really?
Mm.
Do you think Robin Hood's a myth or real?
He's an extrapolate. I know a lot about this actually because my granddad was nuts on Robin Hood. He's an extrapolation of a load of different things. Willikin of the Weald is the main one. He was a person that actually existed.
Did you think,
It's hard to
Chris?
say, isn't it?
Chris, I think they actually say that Robin Hood was a bit of a peasant, grew up as a peasant kind of thing, and just poaching deer or something like that. So,
Well, yeah, that's what they started doing, wasn't it? But there's all sorts of different versions of the myth. One is that he was Robin Locksley.
yeah. Who could speak in a British accent? I think not.
Do you know what the strange thing about Kevin Costner is? He actually spent 6 weeks with a dialect coach to speak with a proper British accent, and then the director told him not to because nobody would realise it was him.
Logos asked you, Chris, do you prefer Batman with just the bat logo or with the moon behind the symbol?
That was going to be my next question for you, sir. Which symbol am I going for? I always, because I grew up with the yellow and black. Yeah. I was always kind of prone to that, but then in about the 2000s, I think it was Scott McDaniel took over on Batman, and he started drawing it with just the black bat again, and then obviously you had Jim Lee's Hush and all that kind of stuff. And it's kind of stuck. But if I look up on my shelf now, the two that I can see plainly, the Jim Lee Hush, and then the one from Three Jokers in the background that's got the yellow like oval with it. And I've got to admit, I like that touch of yellow in it.
Yeah, mine is always that 70s black and yellow badge. Always will be. About you, P.G.M, what's your Batman logo?
It's got to be Michael Keaton's yellow and black, I think.
Which one though? The one from '89 where it's got 2 extra bits on the bottom that I hate.
Yeah, it annoyed the hell out of me, that.
I did actually like the Batman.
He did rectify it, didn't he, to be fair?
So.
Somebody wrote to Warner Brothers and said, I'll tell you what, 15-year-old side's going mentally, you better change that back. Yeah, classic Neil Adams Batman is probably, for me, my greatest ever artist is Bolland. But I will say the greatest ever artist I've ever seen is for Batman has got to be Neil Adams. It's got to be. His work on Batman is just outstanding, and it changed the whole face of Batman.
I think for me, it was the artist that was doing Detective when I first started reading the British reprints, which was Norm Brayfogle.
Yeah, another great artist. He could Drake cemeteries him and churches, and he had Batman double gothic, didn't he?
Well, it's also the reason why I like the Ratcatcher as a villain, because that was my first ever Batman comic, was the Ratcatcher.
Yeah.
Did the Ratcatcher appear in Batman Animated?
No.
Some semblance.
Was that what Batman Beyond?
No.
The guy that lived under the sewer, the rat boy, and he kidnaps Terry's girlfriend.
No, you're getting it kind of right. But there's only been one, and it was Taika Waititi in the last Suicide Squad film, played the Ratcatcher because his daughter took up the mantle of Ratcatcher.
That's a weird thing, that one in that. Yeah, it's like, is this a dog?
Yeah. Was that Taika Waititi? My voice went up then.
It is.
Oh. Yeah. God.
He's a dad.
No, what? That was you yesterday, wasn't it, Chris?
It certainly was, mate, yeah. Honestly, it's just been a rough week. Have you ever tried bollocking someone at work when you sound like this teenager from The Simpsons?
G-Force's favourite's the Dark Knight logo. That was a good logo, the Dark Knight. I like the way they incorporated in the throw stars, the little Batman little throw stars he had. They were mid, weren't they?
Yeah.
Tim Lee's Batman is hard, yeah. I think there's a few great Batman artists. There's a few bad ones.
Oh, there's been so many bad ones. I tell you what, one of my favourites in recent years is Greg Capullo. He did the Court of Owls. Oh, mate.
I like Greg Capullo's. It's a bit controversial, but for me, it's very Disney-esque. His Batman, his Commissioner Gordon, his Batman. They look like Disney characters to me.
Yeah, there's a lot of caricature going on with them.
Don't get me wrong, Capullo's up there. God, his work. That front cover he did with the Death in the Family, the Joker with all the TV sets. That was just brilliant. Do you know what I mean? I'm not knocking his style; he's amazing, but for me, it always was a bit too animated looking. I think it
was the storytelling that afforded him to do. You know, when they did that whole issue where it was all the pages were printed upside down, showing you that he'd been drugged up and stuff.
Yeah. Batcatcher is an interesting character, Largo says. I like the more obscure rogues gallery in Gotham. Yeah, they do. I've always said the same two things for comic books. I don't think you can get a better rogues gallery than Batman, and I think the closest second is Spider-Man.
Yeah, Batman. I think Batman's more of a secondary character in his own stories.
Sometimes it can get like that, can't it? Yeah.
Well, if you take a look at the Gotham, right? Okay, just Gotham without Batman. That's a story in itself, right? With Penguin and Two-Face, and I mean, you know, I think that's the whole entire storyline of when Colin Farrell comes on to play Penguin, right? It's going to be a whole fight almost, you know, of mob bosses and stuff like that. So, you know, I think Batman's not going to be. He's going to be a secondary character in that kind of series.
I don't think he's going to be in the Penguin show.
No, so that's what I'm looking forward to. Is that show?
It's going to be an interesting one. They have promised a different villain every episode, and apparently, Chris, there is a couple of appearances by Robert Pattinson's Batman.
Hopefully, because he's cool.
Don't think it'll go like full into it, because this leads into the Batman too. So, but apparently it's a proper tie-in.
Good, because I hate it when they do that and they can't afford to back it up.
Yeah, anything apart from the big character. Yeah. That's. I don't think that was your favoritism with Joker, was it, Chris? I think that's what annoyed you about that. I think.
Oh, Joker! Fucking don't. We're not talking about that, are we?
I think we'll have to do with that. I mean, I'll tell you the truth. That second trailer did nothing for me. I was a bit like, oh no, I thought this was like going down the Mad Love storyline route. I didn't think it was like she's a patient as well. And unless I'm wrong, you know, I've only seen a teaser.
Can I put my thoughts on that?
As long as they align with my views, Pete, you can say what you like.
and it is your show, Pete.
I don't think I think also along the lines that I hope they don't actually put her in a patient kind of feel. I mean, because that's just wrong. I think it's just all in. It could be all in his mind, all in the Joker's mind. So he's.
But again, that's
so.
They've just got it so wrong. I don't know what Todd Phillips has been reading, but it ain't Batman.
I don't think they'll do that same gimmick again, though, would they? Because when you go back to the first Joker, that was all in his head, basically. You know, it gets to the end and you find out that 3/4 of that movie he was just dreaming of. So do you think they'll try and pull it off again, the same sort of shtick?
Yeah, I think it's going to be one of them where the first film won loads of Oscars, didn't it? And I think the second one's going to win loads of golden raspberries.
What did you think of Lady Gaga, though, as Harley Quinn? She looks good as Harley Quinn.
I've not watched the trailer. You know, when I said to you the other day that I'm not even going to watch the trailer, I've not even watched it.
I can't do that with DC. I can't. I have to. Whether it be shit or not, I have to.
I'll tell you something. Have you watched Blue Beetle yet?
No.
It's awesome. It's basically Iron Man, but it's really good.
You see, that's another thing. I heard that got his few knocks, but I don't listen to anybody when it comes to cinema. If I watch it and I like it, that's good enough for me. You know what I mean? I don't need to listen to anyone. Going for a bit of a Zack Snyder look there, Christopher.
I'm actually using the smudging and the eraser to figure out where his eyes are going to go.
And that's the thing with drawing Batman. There's just so many incarnations and different ways. I mean, the multiverse will show you alone how many Batman different outfits and figures have we had so far, and that hasn't even touched the surface, has it, of what's yet to come?
I mean, I'm still waiting for. I mean, one of the first figures I got was the Superman Red Sun one because I just ate that up. I love the Elseworld stuff. So I'm still waiting for me Soviet Batman.
Yeah.
And a decent Red Rain Batman as well.
Thing is, like I said, they've only hardly touched the surface. Even though we've had so many, there's still so many to come in there. There really is.
He just keeps. I mean, it is a very Batman-focused line, which is great for Batman fans, but not for anyone else. But he just needs to stop doing so many repaints, like all them Jokerized ones. There was no need for them. Them eyes look all right. I'll have a look on this big screen in a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm drawing it.
I'd like to see. I'd like to see an artist run from McFarlane, and I don't just mean McFarlane in the Hush Batmans. I'd mean a good artist run. I mean Gola's Batman. I'd like to see an Alex Ross Batman made. And
yes, and other than the Kingdom Come one that they did.
Yeah, other than that one, yeah. Well, it's the armored suit. Yeah, I'd rather just see the leotard suit on Batman.
Yeah, I'd like to see him his Joker done as well.
Yeah. Although they have had some nice Heath Ledger multiverse figures. His Joker figures have been great.
Yeah. Still not pulled the trigger on them. I am going all in for that Forever Wave though.
Yeah. I think it's worth it, Chris, because like I said, it was promised last November that all the movies are going to be done. I'm just waiting for him to do a crack at Superman 2. I'm dying for them 3 villain figures. I always have been for years, do you know? And I think in the multiverse, to get them 3, I'll be over the moon.
Yeah, you could have a Terrence Stamp. You could have a Luke Reynolds, haven't you?
Yeah, Luke Reynolds in his black shiny outfit.
I wonder how many kit bashes are going to be done with that. I'm going to get 2 myself. I'm going to make him a Mr. Baxter from Grange Hill with that one.
Find a 6-inch Civic he can sit in.
Hey, I've still not done that thing.
So that's a Grange Hill thing. There we go.
Did you get Grange Hill?
Yeah, we got Grange Hill here when I was young. Yeah.
Bloody hell. Went everywhere that. Did you get the charity single they released saying "Just Say No" when Zamo got addicted to smack?
Just say no. I remember that song.
I don't remember that, but I remember Grange Hill.
Well, that was our TV when we were kids, speak. Smackheads.
It's no wonder we grew up like we did, is it? People say to me, "Chris, why are you the way that you are?" And I just go, just look at the TV in the 80s.
That's it.
TV was great in the 80s. So, 18, Magnum PI.
Yeah, but they were American imports then, Pete. We're talking about the homegrown shit that was weird. If it wasn't Jim Bowen being really evil to someone on Bullseye.
I love Bullseye. I still watch it now on Challenge.
Yeah, so do I.
I can't
rush
help
home from
myself.
work. I rush home from work to watch it.
It's like a tractor beam, isn't it, Chris? You see it's on. You've got on. It's always done in 2 episodes, one after each other, and you've got to watch them both. And I've probably seen them about 500 million times since bloody 83.
Definitely. I always remember going around my Auntie Barbara's, Teddy's mum.
Yeah.
And she'd always have Bullseye on because she used to play darts. She was dead good as well. She liked a bit of bully.
I think we all did, didn't we? Great TV. T4 says, I'm looking for that Hathaway Catwoman. I know I'm still waiting for that Batpod to come through yet. They still haven't come through here yet. I've had it on pre-order for a while now.
Steel.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been waiting for the Batpod to come, that Catwoman, but there's another Catwoman in there that's a different haired one in the box. I did like Anne Hathaway's Catwoman. I thought she was great.
You can tell I'm an artist on a budget. When you see all these things that people have for keeping all the core picks in, and it's like a big case. I've got a shoebox. So if you can hear loads of noise in the background, I'm looking through my shoebox from my black.
Where's me black? I'm terrible. I have a little pot of Indian ink. It's the same sort of pots I've been using since I was a teenager. But I've got to keep using the same pot. It's the thing I have. So I buy bigger pots of ink. And when my pot runs out, I just keep filling the same pot up all the time. I don't know why. It's just one of them little things you do, innit, when you draw.
Well, I've got a pot of Indian ink in a drawer over there and some brushes in that. But you can guarantee if I started trying to use that now, I'd just throw it all down myself.
Yeah. Oh, when you knock Indian ink anywhere, that's it. Whatever you spill it on, it's ruined. That is it. It'll never come out, that stuff. I have ruined so many blinds in this house by turning my work round and flicking my pot across the room, and it's gone all over the blinds, and I've gone, oh shit, I'll have to order new blinds now tomorrow. So how you getting on, Pete?
Yeah, I've changed my mind. I'm not doing Mr. Freeze now.
What are you doing then? Because from here, all we can see is a big piece of white paper. And
I'm drawing very, very lightly so I can get a beat on who I'm going to be drawing. I'm cheating, Chris.
That's what it's all about, man. It's not cheating. It's how you do it. Stop doubting yourself.
Could John put just buy black blinds? Yeah, sure. Just get some black blinds instead.
You can always come up with John to have a.
Well, John, he has a nice Batman collection, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Some of the Batman things I've seen in his. He has a few the Mayfex ones as well, doesn't he?
Yeah,
they're really nice
them.
I think the other one I've got is the Huntress, the Hush Huntress, and then I'm going to get that Poison Ivy. I just keep forgetting about picking that Poison Ivy up.
I think I've only got, actually no, I've got 4 Mayfex figures. I've got 2 John Wicks and the lads from Kingsman. Harry and Eggsy from the first film.
I was talking about that the other night, Kingsman. It's a great film, I think, the first one.
Oh, I love them all.
I haven't seen the King's Band yet. So.
Yeah, I haven't seen the latest one, no.
It's gone deathly quiet.
I'm just trying to work out where Chris is going to stick this Batman logo.
About there.
Yeah. And it looks like they're doing the Tumblr as well, doesn't it, in Multiverse? Tumblr's coming out.
Yeah, that looks good, that.
And then on October the 1st, Lego are releasing a bigger set of the Batman 66 car. It's 150, and it's out on the 1st of October. But they haven't shown any images of it yet. So I'm dying to see what that looks like. Because I got the other one a couple of years back.
I got that for Will.
Yeah, so there's another one out this October, Chris, the bigger one.
It's the space for me.
1,000 and odd bricks, I think it is. 1,000 and odd build. Yeah, Kingsman. They're all saying about Kingsman, but I love the bit where the car was like a black taxi, a bomber, a Hackney cab. I loved it. So, what do you think if there's talk that they're going to put Robin in this new Batman, in the Batman 2, and it might be Timothy Chalamet? I think that would be a great casting if it is.
I don't know. After seeing him in June, he's all right.
Yeah, I like that kid. Good, isn't he? He looks like Robin, though.
What Batman? What's your iteration?
What do you mean, Pete?
Matt Reeves' Batman, or
yeah, Matt Reeves is Batman. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Yeah, Chalamet's quite a good choice. Yeah. At least he won't be too cheesemo like Chris O'Donnell was. But...
Yeah, but
I think with all Batman,
at the end.
Yeah, you walk that fine line, don't you? I mean, at the end of the day, he's a guy running around dressed as a big bat with a cowl on his head and all that. There's only so much seriousness that you can put with that in a sense of. So I think you've got to go in with Batman films, or like this is comic book. This is what comic books are at the end of the day. You see, to me, I've never really liked it when Batman goes like all Justice League and all that, and with members with superpowers and stuff like that. It's always thrown it a bit for me. I always like Batman in like the underworld, Gotham City, fighting the rogues villains, and because when you think about it, there's not really many Batman villains that have superpowers. Not really.
No, they tend to be a bit more grounded.
Yeah, they're street criminals, aren't they? So
yeah.
But
if you look down the list, like the Riddler, the Joker, Catwoman, the Penguin, they don't have powers. They're like the Batman itself. Like they're top of what they do, but
the thing is, there was rumours about Clayface being the villain in 2, weren't there?
I think they're going to go with that Mr. Freeze line, aren't they? Because, like they said, a lot of the titles for the front font was red, and this one's going to be blue in it. So I reckon that Mr. Freeze, the big Freeze of Gotham, I think they're going to do.
Well, I know it's a touchy subject, but they were rumor mongering that they were going to put Scarecrow in Joker 2. So, yeah.
They were going to put who?
Yeah, that rumor mongering. I think that's just rumor mongering. I don't think they're going to though. So, but I think they're actually introducing another criminal element in the Joker, but I don't know where.
I think when they mean musical for it, I think it's just more like Guardians of the Galaxy musical, more like a musical montage of a movie instead of it like being like Calamity Jane or something. I can't see it being that sort of musical.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm kind of with you there, side in that retrospect, because it's just like I think it's not going to be all musical.
No,
sorry. being a mad kind of guy, like a psychopath. I think it's going to be generally in his mind. And he's playing a musical because he's getting to meet. He's met Harlequin, maybe in that kind of vein. I'm only speculating. So.
Yeah, but so like I said, watching that trailer, she looks like a patient in this one, doesn't she? She looks more like she's a patient like she is than she is the doctor.
Just gonna have to cross my other leg. I've not really been able to unsuspected make a whistling mouth on your Batman. I'll take that under advisement, G-Force, but I'll probably not do it.
Whistling.
I tell you, the best artist I've ever seen for doing facial expressions, Kevin Nolan.
Kevin Nolan.
Yeah, he did the famous scene where Batman punches Guy Gardner in the face, but his facial expressions are the best I've ever seen. Unbelievable.
It's funny, isn't it, how, great artists, it's like with Bolland. I mean, he'll always be my favourite artist, always. My style emulates Bolland to this day. But his women were terrible. I've never seen Bolland draw a decent female in my life.
Yeah.
It's just really strange how, like, you've got all that other formats, but when it came to females, they were never pretty. They never had that sort of look about them. And whereas people like Romita, and I mean, look at John Romita's females. He could draw a female like no one. Jim Lee's another one. He can draw a great female. When you look at Jim Lee's Poison Ivy or his Supergirls, they're brilliant.
Yeah. The problem with Jim Lee, I found, is he can't draw normal women. They all look like supermodels.
Yeah, they've all got that little mouth, that tulip look, haven't they? And
Well, Penthouse and Playboy models. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, Jonathan. I did like his Judge Anderson, but she was never like drawn like a. I don't know. I can't explain it. The faces were never feminine enough for me to say what a great drawing of a female that was.
I'm going cross-hatch crazy on this one.
Especially when you look at 2000 AD and you look at some of the other artists that works on stuffs like Durham Red and the way they could draw females. Although saying that, I did pick up a mint Bolland print at the Toy Fair.
I saw that. It was the Detective 500 cover, wasn't it?
Yeah, printed on fine card as well, Chris. It was a £5. It's like, I'm well snapping that up. BTR wants to know what he's drawing, Pete. It's difficult to see your lines from you're a bit far away.
Yeah.
You might have to blacken it up a bit.
Yeah. It's getting close. It's getting close. So, it's my rendition of the Joker in half face form. So I know you can't see it yet, but I will darken it up. Yes. So, you might be here a long time, guys.
4 in the morning. Look at Chris putting the classic blue on here. That's what we like. Classic blue, classic grey, classic yellow, mint.
As soon as I put the yellow on it, it had to be blue. I just hope I've got enough ink in me smoky blue. Otherwise, we might have to do a part 2.
Yeah, it was, John. It was mint, that print. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. He had a stack of them, to be fair. He did have a stack on the table, but that was my favourite one. When I saw the Bolland one, I thought I'm having that. Build it his beds. It's just going to be nice to see what direction James Gunn's going to take this now. Because what I've seen so far on the titles that he's been giving us and the characters that he's going to start bringing to the big screen, I am excited about James Gunn's DC universe. I am. He's saying all the right things in his Superman Legacy, Green Lantern Corps. He's saying all the right things. And so far, all the casting that I'm seeing, I'm like, this is perfect. He knows what he's doing.
You're not going to believe this. I'm running out of smoky blue, and I don't think I've got a spare.
Just use your blues and shadow lines, Chris.
This blue's the perfect grey blue for it, though. Really annoying me. See how it's going?
Yeah.
Not getting the coverage I need on that.
Do you know, I've got a brand new pack of them, and I still have never used them. I'm always still ink and pencil me, aren't I? I need to snap out of it sometimes.
Do you know, I was just about to say, where's my phone? Because I'm going to order another smoky blue, but it's here. I can't believe that.
Although I did try and colour me Nightcrawler, because I thought, obviously, the Nightcrawler is standard blue in it, so there's no way I could have just left that. I had to colour the Nightcrawler.
I saw that when you put that picture up. It looked mint.
Yeah, it's cool, that character, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I had a good time drawing that, because, like I said, I haven't drawn the Nightcrawler for, God, 20-odd years.
I'm going to ask Chris, why do you like Gambit so much? The Raging Cajun.
I think it was just when I started getting into the X-Men in the 90s. He was the new character on the block. You know, he'd only been introduced in the late 80s. Just been promoted to a member of the X-Men Blue team. And he just seemed cool because he didn't give a shit. I was never one. I mean, I love Wolverine, don't get me wrong. That's why I've got Wolverine tattoos. But I was never one for just blindly following the X-Men because of Wolverine. I wanted a decent character. I was just like because he had a past, you know. And when they've done his own comics and stuff, they've gone back into his, you know, he had his previous wife and stuff, and a member of the Thieves Guild and all that, and he just looks so cool.
Yeah, he was cool, wasn't
he? Yeah. Remy LeBeau.
There was talk, wasn't there, for a long time that Chatham O'Neill was supposed to be playing him the Gambit, wasn't he? You know, and
Channing Tatum.
Tatum. Sorry, it never came to fruition or anything, did it?
No, I think he pulled out of it. So
it was taking too long.
Yeah.
And yet now, if it was the X-Men today, if this was like Bryan Singer's X-Men today, we'd have about 4 or 5 spin-off movies. We'd have 2 Wolverine movies. We'd have a Storm movie, wouldn't we? We'd have.
Yeah.
Maybe that might be the plan for what Disney are planning with Marvel's X-Men.
Well, apparently Deadpool Wolverine, is going to kind of like be a reset for certain things. This is what I've been hearing. You know how the rumor mill goes.
What, like they did at the end of Spider-Man, where it all gets reset and he's on his own. And I thought that was such a quality touch when they did that at the end of Spider-Man.
Because that's the one thing about the MCU Spider-Man that didn't really ring true with me. Is the fact that he had all this tech.
Yeah.
And everybody knew who he was and stuff like that. You missed out on the, he's got to get to class kind of aspect of Spider-Man.
He's a good Spider-Man, that kid, isn't he? Tom Holland.
Yeah, I like him.
And you know, isn't it weird that when he did Far From Home, it felt like every Spider-Man was Spider-Man. Do you know what I mean? You didn't go, that one's my favourite, that one's my favourite. You was like, oh, yeah, they're all 3 of them are here. It was like, because my favourite will always be Tobey Maguire. Not for the sake of it was the first, for the sake of, I think, Spider-Man 2 It's the best Spider-Man film made.
Or Spider-Man 2 is great, but I love Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, but he looks like Spider-Man, doesn't he? He's the one in the suit that you think, now that's Spider-Man.
And he got the wisecracking right as well.
I think he had the best Spidey suit as well, didn't he? And them big, massive bug eyes. He got the best suit, didn't he? Well, I know what you mean, Chris. When it was all got like nanotech Spidey suits, I was like, "What? This is Spider-Man."
Yeah, no, and like Iron Man's his mentor, but I did like that aspect about the first film, Homecoming, was the fact that they took the suit away from him, and he had to prove that he was the hero without it. I thought that was really well done.
Yeah. G-Forces Camp Holland. Camp Holland.
It's like stage name or something.
Like you, Pete, who's your favourite Spider-Man?
It would have to be. I'm with all you guys. Holland. My second would be Andrew Garfield, because but I think Tobey Maguire probably to say that he's really acted really well in the latest film. So,
Yeah.
Kudos to Tobey Maguire for that, because he kind of redeemed himself from after that shocking performance in Spider-Man 3. But we won't go there.
I didn't mind Spider-Man 3. I thought it was all right. Venom, listen, let's be fair. Their Venom was all over the show. It wasn't Venom at all, was it? It was more like some spooky Spider-Man. It wasn't really Venom. But I liked it. I thought Spider-Man 3 was all right.
What is going on with my fingers today?
They'd probably say they're on Peter McKinnon's show. Probably saying, "Oh my God, what we were thinking."
I can see what you're doing now. So you're doing it from the side, aren't you?
Yeah.
So, like how your Two-Face was.
Yeah. Like my Batman thing was. So. Can you see that VTR if you're still here?
Right, I think I might have to postpone working on this one because my greys are going now as well.
Oh, Matt's here. Keep on collecting. It's all Duffman's.
Hi.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Evening,
or good morning.
or whatever time it is where you are.
What time is it now, Pete? For you, about 10:30.
Yeah, it's about 10:10. So yeah, 10:10.
I thought you'd have loose women on. Have you not got loose women on this time?
Oh God. Yeah, they're outside my door. Sorry, loose women.
You tend to do that a lot, Pete. Why do you do that? Why do you put a drawing from the side?
I don't know. Maybe because I can't draw the whole face.
Right, I think my greys and my grey blue have give up the ghost, so I'm kind of stuck. So what we'll do?
Looking mint so far, though, kid.
Oh, I've just got to. I tell you what, I've started doing a lot recently, and I did it on that Gambit. You can use pencil crayon over the top of these Copic markers, and you can really start layering up colour and stuff, and putting some decent shading in and things like that.
Do they not take if you go over them?
You what? Sorry.
Say, like, if you leave that to dry and you put the same blue over, does it not overtake it more? Do you not get your shadow effect from overlapping the same colour?
You can, yeah, but you can also get like finer grading in. Here's what I prepared earlier. So if you look at the, I'll just wait until I get it in. So if you look at the legs on Gambit there.
Yeah.
I'll just wait for the screen to catch up. Right. Ooh, which way am I going? That way.
Yeah, I
It's
can
30
see it.
second
Yeah,
delay in it. So if you look, all that you see, like there's a blue tone to it. That's colouring pencil. I did his
Yeah.
legs in 3 different types of grey, and then went on with the colouring pencil to get that extra thing. And you can see it in the pink on his chest as well.
yeah, mint. Lee Gambit.
Because you can just get some nice even shading in there with the pencil crayons. So colouring
Hey,
pencils, sorry.
start another one, Chris, or yeah. You continuing on with it, or are you gonna start up another one?
What's that, mate?
Are you gonna continue on with that, or start another one, or because you lost the colour? Or
I'm
shade?
gonna just finish off putting the bottom half of his face in, nice and simple, and then I'll start a new one.
Logos put he'd love to see a new Gambit and Rogue comic. They were always good in X-Force, weren't they, Gambit and Rogue? I do like that new Rogue figure as well that came out for the X-Men 97. That Rogue figure is brilliant.
Didn't they actually do a romantic thing with Gambit and Rogue on the cartoon series? Did they continue that? I wonder if they continue that.
Well, they kind of put a 3-way thing in this X-Men 97, because it was always the same in the comics that Magneto could touch her.
Yeah.
Where have I put my fan line in? Do you know what? I am losing shit left, right, and centre today.
Spoiler Pete. G4 says spoiler.
Okay.
If you talk about spoilers, just read a comic.
I'm on Disney, so I'm just guessing.
Just tell GeForce, just read some comics, do some reading, man.
Yeah.
Go back to the source material.
Yeah.
That's it. Just one figure a month would buy you a nice graphic novel instead, and you could catch up on all these fantastic stories we talk about. Although saying that,
anything new come in.
the multiverse has killed my graphic novel collection for a while. I'm still need to get that the 3 Jokers. I'm dying to get my hands on that.
Ah, do you know
But
what?
I'm going to just buy the
individual
omnibus
issues.
edition. I'm just going to get the omnibus, all of it in one.
I got the individual issues of 3 Jokers, and each one came with a playing card.
Well, I wasn't much interested, Crystal, until you said it's sort of a follow-up to the Killing Joke storyline wise, and I was like, right.
It's good. It is good.
Yeah, so I think I'm just going to get the omnibus for that, because to be fair with you, it's been a long time since I actually collect comic book runs. It's mostly graphic novels. Wait till the 6 come out and then get the novel.
Oh yeah, I tried. Wait.
Yeah.
What have I got recently? I've got a Batman 89. I've not read that yet. I've been getting the World's Finest stuff by Mark Waid and Dan Morra. The new Conan, because that's brilliant.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I found in the annals of history, or my cupboard upstairs. Do you remember when Kevin Smith wrote Green Arrow?
Yeah.
I got the trade paperback of that, but I got it from Jane Silent Bob's Secret Stash. I got it ordered from there, and it comes signed by Kevin Smith.
Do you remember when he wrote that Batman pissed his pants and everybody was going to kill him?
Oh yeah, it was crap, that one though.
Oh,
because he got his mate doing the artwork on it, didn't he? Got that Walt guy, Walt
Yeah.
Flanagan. Cacophony. I gave up on that, and the Widening Gyre as well.
Oh, terrible.
Right.
But he did do a good one with Spider-Man and the Black Cat called The Evil That Men Do. Did you ever get your hands on that? That really was a good one for once. Do you know what I mean? Because it dealt with such a subject. It was cleverly done. I like that.
Yeah, it was the Terry Dodson artwork for me that did that. He can draw women.
Oh, his Black Cat's brilliant.
Right, who am I doing now? Because my blue greys run out.
Just moving, guys, because because my computer's about to crap out on me.
Actually, I'm going to check how much battery I've got left. Just throw my pencil on the floor. Oh, we're all right. I'm still at half battery. Oh. Yes, welcome to the world of professional broadcasting. Right, who should I do?
No, G-Force, I heard Mark has been up hiking, up the hills or something. He's been something like that.
What's he doing? Where is your brother anyway? What's he up to?
He's gone hiking or something. He's
That's
just
gonna
got back
end in
from
tears.
hiking.
He's going to get bitten by a rattlesnake or a cougar or something. I'm looking for inspiration from my figures.
Yeah, I can see it now, Pete. You're in that light now. We can see it.
Yes.
What do you think?
So far, so good.
I like it.
Bit of a big bridge of the nose, but it's like a like close up kind of thing. So,
See you later, Longo. He said he's got to go. It's been great hanging out. See you later, pal.
How about
yeah,
Juggernaut?
say hello to Abba for me.
All right. Well,
It's a bad joke. So,
that's an interesting one. Juggernaut. Right, let's see what we can do with Juggernaut. Looking at the time, though, I'm only going to get a chance to get him kind of sketched out. But I will finish it off and throw it in one of the groups, G-Force.
I just think it's nice, this, to be just be on an art stream and watch others do all the hard work for once.
yeah, thanks, Si.
Yeah. So you're right in the deep end, Pete. Best way to be.
My second attempt was better than my first, right? Yeah, gotta admit that, right?
Well, again, I'm going off your first artwork that I saw you doing. I just think you're comfortable with that sort of start. I think you're more comfortable when things are a little bit more off the paper, and you get you get more eye for your perspective by doing that. I've noticed you do.
Yeah, yeah, because I can do the other half, well, and just piece it together. So, it's like part one, part two, or different faces.
Yeah.
It's just like, I mean, you do a Batman cowl, right, on the first side, and then you do Bruce Wayne on the other side. I find that very intriguing. So
yeah, that's split up. Yeah, a lot of comics are drawn like that though. A lot, even the back of the Killing Jokes playing card, Batman on one side, Robin on the other. Chris has drawn many a time that sort of thing. He did a thing for Stu Stream, which was double-sided, wasn't it, Chris? You did a
awesome
double-sided playing
stream,
card.
That.
Yeah.
Stu won it. He's got it up on his wall behind him.
Yeah.
Oh, so, sorry, Matt. Matt, g'day. I forgot to say g'day. G'day, mate. Yeah.
Right, so Juggernaut, you still got to put his head in, even though he has that stupid fucking dome.
Great character to draw though, wasn't it? What I loved about Juggernaut is that he was like a proper like graffiti character. You could massive hands, massive like limbs, and big dome head. So it didn't matter how big you went muscle wise with him. You could make him absolutely ginormous. It would still suit the character.
Yeah.
Wasn't he the brother of Xavier?
Yeah, half brother. Yeah, Kane Marco.
But not in the movies. Because
they did it with Vinnie Jones and he was shit.
Yeah.
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
I know. Yes. That's horrible. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Although I did like Famke Janssen as Jean Grey. I thought that was great. She was a great Phoenix.
Especially when she was Dark Phoenix.
Yeah.
Oh, she's great in everything though, Famke Janssen.
Yeah.
So,
What was a Bond name? Was Anna on the top?
Xenia on the top.
Yeah.
Was it
yeah.
Xenia?
Xenia Zagayevna on the top.
On the top.
On the top.
Brilliant. She can crush you with the thighs.
On a bloody letter as well.
You'd let her have a go, wouldn't you?
She wasn't Russian, was she? She was Georgian, wasn't she? So,
Yeah, she was Russian, yeah.
yeah. I'm sure you'll be on the top of things, James. Classic line from anything.
Well, which one was that? GoldenEye, wasn't it? She's in.
Yeah.
Talking
Is that the one with Alan Cummings as well? I'm invincible.
Boris,
Him with his friend.
Boris Grishenko.
Boys with toys. Brilliant.
I'm just waiting for the official announcement that Aaron Taylor-Johnson is. I mean, in my head, I heard this a year and a half back, and I knew it was Barbara Broccoli's favourite, and I was dead certain that this was going to be James Bond. Yeah, and then it's come out this past month that the reports are that it is. I'm just waiting for the official because I've got my James Bond picture and it's been sat there now nearly 2 years. I'm dying to finish it.
I'm wanting you to finish it because it's.
Well, I don't. The thing is, I don't. Chris has known about this for years. I told him years back about it, but I don't want to show anyone until I've actually done it. Do you know what I mean? Because it'll sort of ruin the surprise, really, in a sense. But it's quite a big piece I've been doing. It's all in Indian ink. Every Bond's in it. Just need the new one. Just let me know officially and finish it off.
I can't remember what John looks like.
This is what Sean Connery sounds like, not yes.
Are you pissed, Pete?
10:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
What was that, Pete? Australian?
This is Sean Connery speaking.
Did Sean Connery have a stroke or something?
I can't do Sean Connery. Lomac, why am I not surprised, you piece of shit?
I think Sean Connery still was a really good Bond, but I lean towards Daniel Craig. I'm sorry, I don't know why.
You've not seen my leg, have you?
Huh?
I've shown you my leg, haven't I?
No.
No. Right, before we go, I'll show you.
Okay.
We were talking about the other night about the Bonds, and if you actually go back to the Ian Fleming books, Daniel Craig is more like Ian Fleming's James Bond than any of them.
No, you're wrong. I'll tell you one actor that's more like Ian Fleming.
Timothy Dalton.
Yeah.
No, and Bond was written blonde, wasn't he, and blue-eyed, and
42, and always dark hair. But I know this because Living Daylights, they actually cast Pierce Brosnan.
That's right. Before.
I've got a picture actually of him on set. But then they pulled him back for the last series of Remington Steele, which had been cancelled. So they had to recast quite quickly, and Timothy Dalton had been approached in '73 when Moore took over.
But he was too young when they first approached him. Yeah.
So they said, like, would you do it now? And he said, yeah, but it's got to go back to being dark and gritty. That's why License to Kill got a 15.
They're the most expensive Bond films then at the time, weren't they? Timothy Dalton's. They're good Bonds. They're great Bond movies. Good Bond villains as well.
He didn't want to do 4 or 5. He just wanted to do 2. I think he didn't want to be typecast, I don't think.
No, they took too long because it was just when the legal battle started with Kevin McClory, who co-wrote the Thunderball script with Ian Fleming. Sorry, Bond's my jam. Bond comes before everything else. In fact, I recently got yesterday Bond on Bond, which was written by Roger Moore. So they had a third script treatment going where he was going to go to Hong Kong.
Oh, really?
They jacked it in, and by the time they were getting ready for making another Bond film, which was 95, he just went, nah, I've had enough now. So they went with
Right.
Brosnan.
Brosnan actually enjoyed being Bond. I think he was a little bit upset and peeved. He got sidelined by Daniel Craig. So
Yeah and no. I think he realised he was getting on a bit.
yeah.
Can't
Same
do it
as
forever, can you?
Well,
you
no,
can't.
look at what happened to Roger Moore. He was 58 when he did A View to a Kill, and you could tell.
I know, yeah. Look dodgy as hell, that, didn't it?
Yeah, running around with Tez's favourite,
Yeah,
Tammy Roberts.
Yeah.
The dodgy scene for me is that scene with that ice skating bird. Roger
yeah,
Moore's
she's
like
only-
he was. I was like,
She's
hang
only
on a
about
minute.
18. She's only about 18 in that. You were 54 or something.
Bond,
Right.
James Bond. Pete
I can't-
McKinnon always wanted one of them watches that can take birds' dresses off, didn't you, Pete? Like Roger Moore had.
Yes.
I just used to put razor blades behind mine. It worked the same. Right, I can't do any more on Juggernaut because I can't remember what his costume looks like. And I can't even Google it on
You're
my
getting
phone.
there. He's big gauntlet gloves. That's good, though. Very John Romita-esque, that kid.
Well, I've gone for a bit more. He can't get his arms in though because it's just his shoulders here.
Wasn't it? He had a brown costume and almost armor.
Yeah. Cheers, Pete.
His costume was brown.
He wore
Chris,
pants.
you're brown. No, I've been drawing Harry Potter and Disney crossover. I've been doing it all week this week. It'll be finished about next couple of days. Get a frame for it, then I'll show it up and stuff. But
Who's that for? Is that one of your private commissions?
no, it's just a custom. It's just one for selling. So that'll be up next week. But it's took it all out of me this week. My hand's killing me from constant bloody dotting. So I thought, let the other boys take over tonight.
Oh, I've been drawing a lot more recently. I got this black thing is actually it's like a TV tray, a craft tray. It's got a light on it and everything, so I can.
It's handy, innit? Just get some art done on your knee.
Yeah, because I wasn't able to do loads of drawing when I was watching telly with Basilisk, because I had no light source and stuff, and then. So I saw this. Went out shopping for my birthday, and I ended up in Hobbycraft, and I just saw this on the shelf. I thought that's belting. That it's ideal. So
shops.
and it's I use it when I'm working from home because I can put my laptop on it. It's just spot on. But G Unit, I will finish that Juggernaut when I can get a bit of reference for him. That'll be what I'm working on this week after I finish Damon's other piece. He wants to use Usagi. And as we both know, I love drawing Usagi.
I gave Tez a Usagi when he came here.
Yeah, but he cried, didn't he? Because he's a big puff.
He was happy with it, yeah, bless him. He had a great time when he was here, because he really did. Got it right now. We're both we're both in the front room, 3 o'clock in the morning, playing Atari games like two bloody kids.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, isn't it?
Yeah, we had a good laugh.
I thought you guys on the docks though. Wow.
Docks of Blackpool, that's Fleetwood.
Yeah.
You'll have to come down, Chris, next one when we come do Blackpool and stuff, pal.
Yeah,
I know you've had a lot on and stuff, haven't you, lately and stuff?
Well, this year is just a nightmare. Got on holiday in a few weeks. I've got 3 gigs in May. So we've got Tenacious D, Nickelback, and Five Finger Death Punch in London. We've got a holiday.
What do you
then
do,
we've
Chris?
got AC/DC in July.
What do you do?
Scott Oakspot's been he sent me this band, and I've got to really like them. And you'll know them, Chris. Pantera.
Oh yeah, you can't beat Pantera.
Yeah, they're quality, aren't they? She sends me loads of tunes by it. Really good band. Yeah. Because I always said, I mean, I love, you know me, I'm drum and bass and hip hop. I have been since the early 80s, and that's my first and foremost. But
I always said it a few times, haven't we?
I always said if I wasn't into that, I'd have been into death metal. I just love that sound of. I just love it. It's a mad sound. It's brilliant.
Do that again, sorry.
Sometimes them tunes can go crazy, and I love tunes like
that. Sorry, I'm not. Yeah, I'm drawing. You see, sorry, chat. I'm not ignoring you. So welcome, whoever's turned up. G'day, Jason. Travels to Jason. How's it going, mate? You're here with me, the P.G.M show, doing a art stream with Sai. Well, he's there.
Joining the head.
And Chris, who's on his second drawing, was Juggernaut. He's done Batman. I'm on my second drawing, which is a half face of the Joker.
I'll put Batman back up so that.
Gap's as well, isn't he? Gap.
Oh, Gap. Go, mate. So that's Chris's drawing at the moment. So I think so. We should do a part 2 of this art.
Yeah.
So, what do you think, Chris? What do you think?
Yeah. Then Chris can get that Juggernaut finished when he finds what the suit looks like, and it's not brown.
Yeah. So.
No, it is kind of brown. It's like a reddy brown. It's like a clay red brown.
It's a poo brown. So.
If your poo's the same colour as Juggernaut's costume, you need to go to doctors, mate. It's not right, that. You've got blood in your stool.
He's got an incontinence problem, probably. But yeah, I know, Gab, I haven't put your comments up, but I've been busy getting back into drawing. Yeah.
Oh, Jason, travel with Jason. Met Jason at the weekend. Lovely bloke, Jace.
You met a lot of people there, right? You met almost the whole crew. Yeah, really.
Well, I'm going to Joe Fest in next 8 weeks. And then basically, I met most people really, because we're going back to Dublin again in August, which I'm looking forward to. So we had a great time there last year with Connor and Brian and Jonathan. Yeah. We had a really good time. So I'm looking forward to that.
Just watch Connor on them trams.
Yeah, just got to watch Connor before he shoves everyone off. But yeah, that's good. So I'm looking forward to that. And so I've actually met quite a few of them now, Pete, to be fair, yeah. Well, I don't forget the UK, Pete. It's so easy for us lot to meet up. I mean, these dudes are in Birmingham most of all, and Chris will tell you, no matter what direction you're going from, it's only 2 hours to Birmingham for everybody. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's quite easy, really, for everybody to do these meetups. No, I didn't Keep on Collecting's asked if I did Echo. I didn't because I came back from the toy fair and I got that con flu that everyone was getting, and I felt really off. So I only just recovered really Friday, and I thought, I don't want to push it going to the toy fair. I mean, really, I should have done because, to Echo, because I'd already had it, so there was no chance of me catching it again, was there? But I just wasn't up for it.
No, you'd have been patient zero.
I am going to go in October, though, when the October one comes up, because like I said, this will be the 3rd Echo now I've missed. So the last 2 we've gone to the toy fair instead. But this year I am going to try and make Echo, definitely. It's a great do, Echo. It's a good laugh. I think why the toy fair sort of took over for most people is that love of other toys and just vintage Star Wars, because Echo is just dominated vintage Star Wars. Whereas the toy fair, it's everything. It's just a shame that, because one's on a Saturday, one's on a Sunday, and they're always a week after each other. It's just a shame they can't do them both on the same week. It'd be such a good weekend, that. You know what I mean? You go on a Friday, you do the toy fair on the Sunday, you do Echo on the Saturday. Brilliant, done.
Yeah, but I mean, like Chris was saying, you probably would have been patient zero.
Yeah, we did, Matt. I know Stu, he was off ill with it. He got it ill. I know that TJC's lad, he fell ill with it. I fell right sick with it.
Well,
It's
I've
just
had it
one
and
of
I
the
didn't
things, isn't
even
it?
go.
It's been going around, though, hasn't it, Chris? A lot of people have been
Oh.
coming down with it, haven't they?
Yeah, no, I went into work on Monday morning. I felt a bit ropey last week, but then I went into work Monday morning. I couldn't even tell you which centre I was in because, as you know, I cover all Manchester, and I was
Yeah.
Oldham. I was stood there and I just went, I feel wrong, so I'm going to go and work from home. Did the Tuesday in the office, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday I was going in, and then having to come home. I was just done in.
Yeah. Takes the wind out of you, doesn't it? It's like me. Every time you turn your head, your whole senses go a minute later, don't they? I was like, oh,
Yeah.
sick here. Yeah, I think Jason's just put toy fairs a lot better. In a sense, it is. It's like you, Chris. You get a lot more of a kick out of the toy fair because it's everything. Do you know what I mean? I mean, like you and me, I love a vintage DC and stuff. You should see some of the DC stuff that they've got from years back. It's mint.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Star Wars, but I'm not a Star Wars collector.
Same for me. I don't collect vintage Star Wars. I collect original trilogy, like in Lego and stuff like that. I always buy the old T in Lego. But and the 3 vintage carded figures I was after, I've actually got. So it's an expensive habit to go down vintage Star Wars, isn't it?
Me and our kids sold all our vintage Star Wars years ago. Just purely because we didn't want them anymore. Do you know what I mean? And we've both moved on, collection wise. I mean, like I said to you when we first started this, I've actually stopped collecting a lot recently because I've just got no space. I'm getting the odd thing. I've only got one thing this year, which is did you see the NECA Year of the Rabbit Usagi collection they did?
Yeah, beautiful that.
Yeah, I picked that up.
Did you get your hands on it?
Yeah. Do you know what? If you ever want any NECA stuff, swear to God, just order direct from NECA. Because I ordered it direct from NECA. They charged me about 12 quid postage and it turned up no issue.
The last 2 NECA figures I bought was I bought a Doc Brown for P.G.M. and I bought that Lily Munster. They were the last 2.
Well, from Rob Zombie.
Yeah, that Lily Munster one. Yeah. Well, this year we bought a doll's house and we're going to do it up like a haunted house. And over the past few years, I've been picking up a lot of horror figures. So eventually, we want to do the doll's house. I'm going to ask G-Force for loads of because he knows how to build little coffins and stuff like that. And so we're going to start making a doll's house, making it into a big horror house.
I saw this in our collectibles not so long ago. You want to get down to our collectibles? They've got the Annabelle in the 6-inch scale.
Yeah, the one on the chair, the doll. Yeah, I need to get that. I need to get the nun figure. There's quite a few yet I need to pick up. But when I pick up the vintage horrors, the Universal Monsters, I only ever buy them in black and white because I know they do the colour ones, but these films were never seen in colour, so I don't really get the colour versions of them.
Yeah, no, it's like when Big Chief did Laurel and Hardy stuff. They did colour versions of that, and I was like, but black and white.
Yeah, for me, the black and white look better in black and white, don't they?
Right, I'm gonna have to give up now because I've reached an impasse with Juggernaut. I've done the bits I remember, which are his eyes and his mouth, which look kind of odd.
Yeah, they keep on collecting this. I thought to myself, let's fly to the UK next year for NEC. Flights are 2,900 Australian dollars, which is like £1,600 or 200,000 US. Yeah, but I mean, 200. That's the thing. It's a day do, isn't it? It is a day do. It's all right for me in the sake of Joe Fest. I've no children or anything like that. So
yeah, $2,500 to go to Birmingham. Well, why would you? You'd have to pay me $2,500 go.
When Scuba Pete comes and I see him on in Blackpool, and I think, God, $2,500 to come here. And it made me laugh because everybody Pete spoke to while he was in Blackpool, right? Whether it be a taxi driver, a barman, restaurant, Everybody said to him, "What the bloody hell are you doing here?" They've come from America. Oh, brilliant! What the bloody hell are you doing here? Oh, it made me laugh.
It's not exactly that he's Nigel. He's got no mates, is it really? Yeah.
Jason's right there. He's put, "Let's do, but stay a lot longer." We went into this toy shop in Birmingham. Jason went the day after me, but it's called Acme Toys. Chris, this toy shop is unbelievable what they've got. Honestly, it was all vintage Action Man and everything. They had this Batmobile, Batcycle from the 60s, Batman and Robin. But because it was like 2 days before the toy fair, I thought, I'm not even asking how much that is. I'm just getting out of the shop now. Do you know what I mean?
I'll
Some
get
beautiful stuff.
I'll get the old Year of the Rabbit Usagi set going on the go.
Yeah.
Just wait till you see it. I've not even opened it yet.
I wouldn't even open it. See, look at that box and everything. It's presented well. You don't even need to open that.
I do.
You don't.
I do.
Keep it nice like that. Look at it.
No,
Lovely.
that, though.
So the first rabbit there, you've got that one, haven't you? Or is that like a different painted version of it?
That one, he's actually got the black spot stippling on his.
Yeah, it's mint that, isn't it?
His jacket, and then you've got the samurai one, and then this one's my personal favourite, which is the
That's the anime version in it, isn't it?
That's the comic version.
Yeah.
That's spot on. And then a space Usagi at the end.
Yeah, mint. That's a great set, that, isn't it? I bet Brian loves that set. Has he got it?
I don't know.
Brian likes Usagi, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think it's a Turtles thing for Brian, though.
Mr. B? Mr. B's here.
Yeah, Mr. B.
Right, I'm giving up drawing, so you have to look at my ugly mug instead. I'll look at myself on the telly.
But yeah, we'll do a part 2 and get that finished off. I'd like to see that finished off.
Yeah.
Eagerly. Wrecking Gav.
Can you see that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he going through
That's
next
it,
door wall?
That look good on a part 2, that.
So that's the beginnings of the Joker. My version of the Joker on our face. So.
What hair are you going to give him?
He's got short hair at the moment, but probably green. So
Just don't make his hair brown. I said I was going to show you my leg, didn't I?
Yeah.
Right, you'll like this side because I know you like your tattoos.
Oh, yeah, mint. When did you get that done?
So I got Daniel Craig done in January.
That's a great likeness, that.
And then round the back.
Yeah, quality.
That was done at the beginning of April.
Tell you what, that red's vibrant. Done a good job there.
Oh, she's mint, mate. She really is mint.
Is that the gun barrel?
Cool, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the gun barrel? Awesome.
She's got that quality.
But if you look at Daniel Craig, he's even got the blue eye.
Yeah, that is a fantastic likeness. She's really captured it there. That's really well done.
Which one is that, Spectre or Casino Royale?
That's Casino Royale.
Okay.
But yeah, that's my latest thing.
So once you had that done, you was eating baked beans for weeks.
Honestly, mate. Honestly, it's just my arms are worth more than anything else I own. I mean, forget about my leg.
No, I got an Australian. That's my latest one. Spider.
Oh, the spider. Yeah.
A little bit different. Looks a bit like Daniel Craig. Yeah, that's quality work, Chris. Yeah, I haven't seen that before. No. Last time I think I saw yours was your Spider-Man's, when you got your Spider-Man sleeve done.
Oh yeah, I've got my cartoony Deadpool and Wolverine on there as well. If I just roll my sleeve up a little bit further. So there's that one.
Yeah.
Where he's got a little Venom.
Yeah.
I do love that one.
Yeah, it's cool.
For a guy who knocks wrestling, he sure has a lot of men on his body. Yeah, but they're not wrestlers, G-Force. And then round the back, you've got me Deadpool. And there's Wolverine. And Deadpool is somewhere there as well.
Pete, what have you done? Our coppers are here.
Yeah, or I've set somebody's house on fire. That's the fire engine. So,
is it the same artist that's done the lot, Chris, or have you had a different artist do each?
No, same one. I started my right arm years ago with my Assassin's Creed sleeve with one guy, and then he went dark on me. I couldn't book in with him for love and money. And then we saw, it was after lockdown, we saw this new tattooist that opened up around the corner from us. So we flew in there one day and I said, "Can you sort this out?" She went, "Yeah." 3 sittings later, my right arm were finished, and I went, "Right, let's get working on this." The other one, she's had some money out of me, I tell you, but she's spot on. She's really, really good.
How many sittings was your bum tattoo?
I've had 2 on that. So Daniel Craig was one. The silhouettes were outlined in, but they weren't shaded. And then when I went back the other week, it was the shading on the silhouettes and then the gun barrel. That was 3 hours as well. So it's about 6 hours so far.
Yeah, it's good work, that. I do like that James Bond, yeah.
Bloody hell.
Because I'm like that. I'm terribly funny about that. Obviously, you know, being an artist myself and looking at tattoos and stuff, I'm really precautious. And I know that unless you're paying some dollar, don't even bother when it comes to things like that. Do you know what I mean? If you want to take the cheaper option, do not get portraits of anybody.
She charges by the hour. So you don't go in and go, "How much for that?" She just goes, "That'll take about 2 hours, which will be X amount of pounds." So
yeah,
I'm booked in again in June.
Yeah, mint. Really good.
Really hurts on your legs though, man. Don't do it.
I think that's me done now. I only had the 4 swimming around my head, and I've managed to get all 4. So I think that's me desperately done. Don't think. I mean, they always say that, but in my head, I've always got one flowing around, and until I got it done, it's stuck there. But now I've got the 4 I wanted. There's none left in my head that I want doing. Do you know? So
it was like the wife said to me the other week. She said, "So, why have you moved on to your leg?" I went, "I've run out of space on my arms." It's like she was after some sort of like deep philosophical reason, and it was like the only one is I ran out of space on my arms.
my brother Rick's a bit like he's got his whole arm done and his back done and all that. Do you think you'll ever stop?
Yeah, legs is where I'm drawing the line now.
Yeah. What about your hands? Any on your hands?
No, never.
No, I'm like that. When I put my arms down, there's no tattoos on the top or on the front of my arms or anything on my hands, and so it doesn't really look like I have any until my arms tip up. You know what I mean?
I can't get away with that because
yeah, you're fully.
Yeah, but no, I can cover them up if I need to. So yeah, Pete's still sketching away though. Mind you, it's still early in the morning for him, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's cool. I've got the whole kind of day, so.
I'm looking at time, going, I've got to be up in 6 hours for gut work.
Yeah, I think we should end this stream for part 2.
Yeah. That's cool.
Get it booked in, Pete.
That's cool. I just had to readjust the mouth a wee bit. Anyway, guys.
Pete, that gives you a bit of like work for the week because you can be working on that till the next time we do this. Do you know what I mean? You can just keep doing a bit, touching it up, getting it right as much as you can, and then and I'll do some art on the next one.
Good idea. It'd be a good idea. I probably will end up tinkering it with it and getting the other half kind of. I wouldn't mind actually trying to do another half of Joker, maybe a different face.
Yeah.
Anyway, but anyway, we'll call it there. Chris, I know time's what? Midnight, 2 a.m., 3, 6?
10 to 12.
Right. It's been a great great art stream. Really fun. Me doing my utmost to do a awful picture of Mr. Freeze.
Which ended up being the Joker.
Exactly. Great art from amazing art from you, Chris, the Batman.
Thank you.
So yeah,
Apart from my pen's running out.
So, yeah, part 2. We'll do a part 2 definitely. So
Yeah.
I never get the chance to do art myself, so this is a great excuse to do on stream. It's really good. So, anyway, until next time, that's a bad ending to a good show.
I think it's best just to say good night, Pete.
Yeah.
Good night.
See you later.
Yeah, I just end it off with this. If you can't make someone smile and laugh, well, that's not my problem, is it? I've really got to work on that. So, anyway, guys, thanks for that. Good night, and have fun.
See you later.